Hey, it's Stiles, and this is a stretch video that you can do anytime you feel like stretching. So the first thing, just come with the soles of your feet together and just bring your hands behind you and just give yourself a push up just to get your spine really tall there. And then just go ahead and grab your feet and let your hips relax, let your knees fall open out to the sides, and just slowly start to come over your legs. And you can do this either with a flat back or rounded back. It's a little bit of a different stretch, but just whatever feels good there, and just breathe a couple really long deep breaths. And then from there, just straighten both legs in front of you, and I like to do that kind of pushing up thing again just to get your back really tall. And then go ahead and go for your feet, or you can obviously just grab a towel and wrap it around your feet there. And one thing I've been working on lately is try to keep your back really flat so you don't have that bulge in your lower back of your spine kind of popping out. So to do this, you're going to come a lot less into the forward bend, but it's going to be a lot more intense on your hamstring, and it's almost like stretching the back of the knee area. And the next one is just bring one leg back and really press your foot onto the ground. And if this hurts your knee, don't do this variation. Just try the variation with your foot facing your inner thigh. But this is a nice stretch for your quad and also for that other hamstring. And if you want to, if it's okay on your knee, just come back to your forearms. That's a really nice stretch for your quad. And a good thing to think of here is your knee just lengthening out in the opposite direction from your head, so as not to get a lot of nasty pressure on your knee there. And just take some long, deep breaths there. And carefully come all the way up from that. And just don't forget to do the other side. And with this, really make sure the top of your foot is really pushing hard into the ground, so that'll take some pressure off of your knee as well, and it also starts to build up the strength in your foot and your arches and all of that, and it kind of helps with foot cramps if you are a foot cramper. And just keep breathing. One important thing in stretching is, it's hard and we go to our limit and everything, but just remember to keep breathing long, deep breaths and try to stay as calm as possible instead of, scrunching up your face and being like, oh my God, it's so hard. So just go where, it feels like you're working and you're just still being able to breathe there. And just bring both feet back in front of you again. And just try this when you bring both feet out to the side and bring one arm in front, one arm in back, and just slowly start to push your hips up and bring your hips a little bit forward there. And keep breathing, and then just try a couple more times with that just to kind of go to where you think your limit for the day is. And another nice thing to do here is to keep your feet really flexed and pointing up and lifting up in your quads. And then just stretch over to one side. And I like to bring the opposite hand to the back instead of just hunching over the legs there, just so you can get an extra kind of twist and you're really getting more directly into the hamstring than if you're just going to launch over your legs there. And breathe. And then maybe just give yourself one little gentle push forward there before you come down the middle. And these kind of stretches are actually good to hold for as long as you want to. You can hold these for 5 breaths, 10 breaths, 20 breaths. The longer you hold, the better it'll feel when you're done. And then just bring your legs back in front of you again. And go ahead and try for your forward bend again. It'll feel a little bit different the second time. You'll be getting a little deeper into your hamstrings there. This is kind of the telling pose for me. I feel like sometimes I'm really flexible, but then I do this and I'm like, holy cow, I'm really far away if I'm actually true to the stretch instead of just launching over my legs and pretending that I'm really flexible. So another stretch here, just come into a lunge. This is a nice little hamstring stretch. Flex your front foot and straighten your front leg and stretch over your hamstring there. And just come all the way back. And then you can go into your split if you want here. If you want to grab some blocks on each side to prop yourself up, that's a good thing to do. And then just try the other side. And also think of this forward bend, think of your right side of your back coming over if your left leg is in front. So it's a twist as well as a forward bend. And that's just going to help you get definitely in the right position for the bend there. And try to keep your hips as square as possible in the split. And come all the way out of that. And just come all the way back to sit down with the soles of your feet together. And there's your stretch routine. So have fun stretching.